Hi, I'm Beverly, and I'm here to give you a lovely meditation on clearing your mixed money messages. So it's mixed messages is the title, but it's really about your money mixed messages. So we're going to release inner conflict around money. Okay. So you might be wondering what exactly this is or why we're here. Well, sometimes we say we want money, but quietly, deep down, there's another little voice. It's actually probably a lot louder going, no, I don't want to be judged. It's not safe. I don't want to lose who I am. Money, that's not the way I want you, money. And you're coming the wrong way, or that's not the direction I want you to come from. And we're putting all these restrictions on money. We say we want it. And I know what you're saying. You're going, but Beverly, I really do want to have money. Yeah, we do because we know it's important. But so often we start, like I said, putting these restrictions on it. And that's what this is about tonight. That's why we're here, is to clear those mixed messages because they confuse our energy. Mixed messages confuse us, they confuse your decisions, and they confuse the way money shows up in your life. So tonight, we're going to clear all that, or whenever you're listening to this replay, because I have put it into the field, the energy field, that it will also affect you if you're watching the replay. Now, what we're clearing, you might be wondering that. What exactly are we clearing tonight, Beverly? Well, we're going to clear your mixed messages, like I said. And the way they might sound is it might sound like, well, I want abundance, but I don't want to seem greedy. I want more money, but I don't really want the responsibility that goes with it because, I might not manage it very well. And I don't want to have to deal with learning all that. Or I want ease, but I've always had to hustle in the past. So I feel like that's what I have to do. Or I want success, but what will people think of me if it comes to me easily? What are other people going to think? Or I want to receive money, but I feel guilty when I do. I want money, but aren't people going to think that I'm going to be mean, nasty, evil, and wicked like all those Disney characters and all those people we see in movies with money? Or maybe you're even saying, I want to be rich, but the world should not have billionaires. I want to be rich, but all those millionaires out there, well, when you're saying things about all those millionaires out there, but you're saying you want to be rich, then your brain is going, well, heck, obviously you don't want to be like that, so I'm not going to let you have that. So even if you don't say these things out loud, but you said them in the past and you haven't cleared the energy around it, or you just think it quietly, silently, it gets in your energy. All these things live in the background of your energy field until you start to notice them. Once you start to notice them and you release them, they lose their power. Now, if you've done some money work, but there's some more because you're never done with money work. I got to tell you, this is not a one and done thing. This continues on and on. You could clear some stuff the first time you listen to this, clear some stuff tonight, and you might have to clear some more later. Every time you listen to it, it's like going to the haunted mansion, at Disney World or Disneyland even, or watching a movie. You notice more things every time you watch it. So you might be wondering also, how do these mixed messages show up, Bev? How do they show up? Well, overthinking, over explaining when it comes to money decisions. Why do you have to explain what you choose to do with your money? But we do. We do. I've seen people do looking at stuff and then go, "Ah, I can't afford it. I'm just fill in the blank." Or, oh, I can't afford to buy that because I have da 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 da. If you don't wish to purchase something, simply say no. And so often, especially women, we like to say, I can't afford it because we think that sounds nicer than saying, no, I'm not interested in buying it. We also overthink. Well, if I buy this, we start doing all this stuff. We avoid opportunities and we don't follow through. Opportunity comes up and we think, oh, wow, a great opportunity. I can do so much with this. Then we start all that overthinking and overanalyzing, and the opportunity slips past us. Or we start something, but we stop because we think, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to work. Sarah Blakely, Spanx, inventor of Spanx, she watched so many women when she was first starting Spanx. She saw so many women who would create something and then start going for it and then stop and pull back. And she really worried about that. She was afraid that would happen to her. So she had to do a lot of internal work in order to push through and to follow through with developing Spanx. And aren't we glad she did? You might start feeling pressure to prove that you've earned what you receive. So often, we, especially women, feel like we have to prove something to other people. We have to prove that we deserved our degree. We have to prove that we deserve the money that comes to us. We have to prove this. We have to prove that. No, you don't. You know what your proof is of deserving wealth? You're alive. You're here on this planet or any other planet if you want to be on another one. Yeah. You don't have to prove anything to anybody about why you deserve the wealth that you've received or will receive. As babies, we come into this world knowing full well, 100%, that all of our needs will be met. Now, I'll grant you there are some babies that are shocked because they aren't met. But 99%, they cry, they get fed, their diaper gets changed, they get held, they get rocked, whatever it may be. They cry, need is met, need is fulfilled. As small children, they're like, I need that, I need that, I need that. And they get it. Somewhere around 5 or 6, all of a sudden, they don't get everything they think they need. And that's when it begins. That's when we start thinking, oh, I guess I didn't deserve that. Mom didn't give me that cookie today. I guess I didn't deserve it. What did I do to not deserve it? And then somewhere along the line, someone tells us, well, you can't have everything you want. And we go, oh, really? Thought I got everything I want. I've gotten a good 98% up until now. Let me cry. Let me see if that works. You know, and so, like I said, somewhere along the line, starts around 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, between 3 and 10, things start to change. But before that, whatever we needed, we got. Asking you shall receive. We came in with that. Okay, I'm going to ask by screaming, by crying. But somewhere along the line, we stopped believing that. Fact is, it's still there. You still deserve everything you want. Yeah, you deserve everything you want. Your needs will be fulfilled. So if you're not getting what you want, it's because you don't think you need it. You don't think you deserve it. Because you're feeling like you have to prove to somebody why you got it. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. You also have this constant back and forth between desire and doubt. I want this, but I want this, but I probably won't get it. I really want this, but wow, that's expensive. I really want this, but I probably won't get it. I really want this, but there's only 3 at the store. I just called. I really want this, but do I really need it? And we start even doing that. And there's also the cycle of push pull, money, 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 come to me, money. And then it starts coming to it. We go, whoa, whoa. Too much, too fast, too soon. Not ready. We have feast or famine. We get this huge bonus, and then we push it all away by spending it all. And now we're in famine. Ever known somebody who had this fabulously wonderful paying job, has it for a year or so, and then for whatever reason is unemployed? I used to know a guy like that years ago. I mean, made tons of money, tons. And every periodically, I never understood how he got another job because it was in a field that you'd think you'd run out of places to work, but he always got another one. But he would go through this period of not working at all. I oftentimes wondered if he didn't do it on purpose because he would always travel then. So I always felt like he was probably getting to a certain level of income, especially after I really started getting into money mindset. I think he would get to a certain level and then it would be, okay, that's my comfort level. Boom. And he would quit his job, go spend money and travel and travel and travel. And the money would go down. And then he'd go, okay, I need a job now. Bring it right back up and quit again. So I don't know that he ever got fired. I mean, I could be wrong. But I don't think he ever did. I think he would quit. So that's how they show up. Also, there's this whole stuckness thing. We get stuck in asking, in dreaming. We start dreaming here, and we think that's big because it's higher than here. But there's so much else up here. We can dream so much bigger, so much bigger. There's an author I follow, Gretchen Rubin. I love her stuff. And she showed a picture that her name was up on the billboard in Times Square, on the lights. She goes, I never dreamed this. And I thought to myself, what a dream. Why not? Dream it. Go for it. So you might be wondering what we're going to do here tonight. I should make this a little bit bigger so you can see it, shouldn't I? I can make it any bigger. Maybe, oops, now it's too big. Now I can't see it. So what we're going to do tonight, way too big. We're going to get grounded and we're going to connect with your body and breath, connect to the light. We're going to bring up some mixed internal messages, bring up at least one, but probably more. I'm sure it will be more. And we're going to clear the energetic static that's going on. And then after that, after we clear, because then you have this open space once you clear. So then we're going to anchor in some new, true messages of alignment. And we're going to close the moment of peace and clarity. Now, I have some reflection prompts here that I'll show you again at the end, but you might want to go ahead and take a screenshot of this because you might want to journal before and or after the session. Just a few optional prompts here. What are some mixed messages that you have sent around money, success, or receiving? You may not know them now, but you might know some afterwards because you might hear some during it. What part of me created that message? And what was it trying to protect? Because those mixed messages are trying to protect you. They're limiting beliefs, but they're limiting now. They were originally protective. So what was it trying to protect? And what message are you ready to clear tonight? What truth do you want to hold in its place? So those are the reflection prompts. And like I said, you could do some now. You could stop the video and do some right now, or you could do them after the session, after you've watched the whole thing. Either way is fantastic. And here's a quick little self-check-in that I'd like you to do. So write your numbers down. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being not at all and 10 being, oh yeah, that's me, to the hilt. How true are the following statements for you right now in this moment? Not generally, but right now in this moment. There's no right answers. There's no wrong answers. Just notice what's true for you right now. 1, I know that I am completely worthy of wealth and abundance. I know that I'm completely worthy of wealth and abundance. How true is that for you right now? Question number 2, I allow money to flow to me with ease and clarity. I allow money to flow to me with ease and clarity. So on a scale of 1 to 10 real quick. Question 3, I feel safe to receive more than I need. I feel safe to receive more than I need. Question 4. My relationship with money is loving, grounded, and expanding. My relationship with money is loving, grounded, and expanding. And question 5. I believe my desires are valid and I no longer feel guilty for wanting more. I believe my desires are valid and I no longer feel guilty for wanting more. And we're going to revisit these later. So write down the number on a scale of 1 to 10, how true they are for you right now. Remember, 1 is not at all true and 10 is, oh, yeah, that's me. Absolutely true. Okay. And now we are going to start our meditation. So I would suggest that you have a glass of water handy. I'm trying to shrink this. You also might want to have a journal. Trying to shrink this picture a little bit and scroll it up so you can see the rest of it. Not where I meant to go. There we go. Close enough. Okay. While you do that, I'm going to go fill up my water. So I'll be right back. Hey, are we ready? Water before and after meditation is really good. So, because it kind of helps it to all be integrated. Okay, ready? Here we go. Oops, that didn't work. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna connect to the light. So just go ahead and close your eyes. Let's take our energy up, connect to the higher vibrational field, connecting to the light. Just imagine it, see it, imagine it, just pretend like you did when you were a child, pretend. And invite that light to flow into your body like a ray of sunshine, beaming straight into your crown. Also, invite it to expand so that it's not just a single ray of light. It's like more like a waterfall going into the crown of your head, but also out about 5 feet. You stretch out your arms, it should go just a little bit beyond the tips of your fingers in all directions, kind of like a big giant tube. Let this light flow all the way through you, through your crown, clearing your mind, making everything clear. Through your eyes, clearing your pathway and your vision so that you can see where you're going. You can see the path ahead of you. Letting it flow down into your throat, clearing away any gunk in your throat where you feel like you can't ask. Letting it open your throat so that you can speak your desires into reality. Letting it flow down to your shoulders and down your arms, into your chest, filling your heart. Filling your heart with love, joy. Letting the light flow on down to the center of your upper stomach, your solar plexus. Filling it with power, giving your center so much power that you are centered and grounded. Letting that light flow on down your torso into your belly, to your sacral chakra, so that you have wonderful ideas, new creative ideas for fun things to do, for ways to bring in money, for ways to have more joy and happiness in your life. Letting the light flow on down to your root, to your abdomen. And remember, this is your back also. It's not just your front, it's your entire torso and out past your fingertips if you expand them out. Letting it fill your root, giving it power, cleansing it of all the gunk that's down there, all the stuckness. Letting the light flow on down over your hips, through your thighs, your knees, your lower legs, your ankles, your feet, and letting the light flow all the way through you and into the earth. going into the earth, searching for the light of Mother Earth, that wonderful, loving light, the love that the greatest mothers in the world have displayed. For Mother Earth is the greatest mother. She is the world. Connect with that light. Let the two lights connect, and it brings back up the light from Mother Earth, back up through your feet, through your legs, your hips, up your torso, through your throat, through your head and your face, your eyes and your crown, and shooting up into the sky, letting the two lights mingle, become intertwined. Now take a deep breath in from above, letting it flow in through your crown, both lights flowing in through your crown and flowing all the way through your body. And as it gets about halfway through your body, flip it over and exhale out into the earth. Let it go into the earth and surrounding the earth, and then breathe up from the earth, up through your feet. And when it gets about to the middle of your body, again, about your solar plexus, let it flip over and expand and exhale out back into the sky. If you can keep doing that, that's a great breath work to do. Continue to bring it in. From your heart space, invite the light to turn into a ball right there in your heart and to expand out around you. Invite it to expand out about 20 feet, about 50 feet. Invite it to get bigger than the room you're in, bigger than the building you're in, bigger than the city you're in, bigger than the state you're in, bigger than the country you're in, bigger than the hemisphere you're in, and bigger than the planet Earth entirely. Let it expand out. Now invite this light to continue to expand, to continue coming into you from various directions, but especially from above and below. I'm going to ask you a few questions. You can take some time to write them down if you like, or write down the answers. What if more than enough money could become a normal part of your energy? What would that look like? How would it feel? I'll repeat that for you. What if more than enough money could become a normal part of your energy? What would that look like and how would it feel? Would it feel good? Would it feel scary? What belief puts you at odds with money? What's one belief that puts you at odds with money? Is it that people with lots of money are greedy? Is it that people like us don't have lots of money? People in your field don't have lots of money? Where did this belief come from? And do you know whose voice it is saying it? For me, it was always another teacher or even a supervisor, principal, or a county supervisor. When did you decide that you could not be in harmony with money? When did you decide that you could not be in harmony with money? And again, where did that thought come from? And whose voice is saying it? When did you decide to cap the amount of money you could receive? When did you decide, at what age did you decide to cap the amount of money you could receive? And don't think about it, just take the first answer that comes to your head. Do you know who that came from? Do you know whose voice it was? And what belief is trying to keep you safe from expansion and success? What belief is trying to keep you safe from expansion and success? Who did that come from? Whose voice is it? Now let's go back and clear some of those things. Where in your body are you holding on to fears about having too much money? Where in your body are you holding on to the fear of having too much money? The fear of judgment from others if you have too much, fear of judgment from yourself if you have too much, the fear that you can't handle it, that you can't be responsible for it, that you'll lose it, or the fear that if you have too much money, you'll lose friends. People will say you're different now. Where in your body are you holding on to those fears? And then invite the light to go directly to those spots or that one spot. Invite the light to fly into that spot, pour into that spot like it's a fire hose of light. Very directed and very powerful. Clearing it, washing away that belief, washing away that fear. Everywhere you're afraid to have more than enough, clear and transmuted across all time, reality, dimension, and space. Everywhere in your body or your aura or your energetic field, everywhere that you are afraid to have more than enough money, clear and transmuted across all time, reality, dimension, and space. Everywhere you are afraid to be able to pay all of your bills in their entireties right now, clear and transmute across all time, reality, dimension, and space. Everywhere that you are afraid that you'll become greedy if you have money, or people will think you're greedy if you have money, clear and transmute that. Clear and transmute it across all time, reality, dimension, and space. You can repeat what I'm saying, or you can simply listen. Everywhere you have a belief that puts you at odds with money, that makes you think money is negative or money is evil, clear and transmuted across all time, reality, dimension, and space. Everywhere you decided that you and money don't get along, that you and money are not in harmony, clear and transmute that across all time, realities, dimension, and space. It means it can go back across your timeline anywhere. It can go back into past lives. Everywhere you feel like you are not in harmony with money, clear and transmuted across all time, reality, dimensions, and space. Everywhere you believed other people when they told you that you couldn't have lots of money, clear and transmuted across all time, reality, dimension, and space. Everywhere you set a cap on how much money you could receive, clear and transmute that across all time, reality, dimension, and space. Everywhere that you think you're only allowed to have X number of dollars in hand, in the bank, coming in every month, clear and transmute that across all time, reality, dimension, and space. Everywhere that you decided or you let someone else decide for you that you can only bring in so much money, a certain amount, clear and transmute that across all time, reality, dimension, and space. Everywhere you believe you can only have a certain amount of money in the bank or on hand at any given time, clear and transmute that across all time, reality, dimensions, and space. Everywhere that some part of you is trying to keep you safe from expanding into more abundance and more success, clear and transmuted across all time, reality, dimensions, and space. Everywhere that you are feeling that you have to be safe from having more, clear and transmute across all time, reality, dimensions, and space. Everywhere that you are feeling tension anywhere in your body because of any of these beliefs, invite more light to come directly into that place, whether it's your throat, whether it's your lower back, whether it's your upper back. Those are the three places it often is, but it could be any number of places. It might be your elbow or your knee or your eyes. Anywhere that you are feeling any kind of sensation of tension in your body right now, whether you can define it or not, invite the light to come into that spot. Bring in more and more light. Also, reach up and bring in the breath from above. Breathe in from above and breathe it right into that place, wherever that may be, whether it's your throat, your lower back, your elbow, your knee, your eyebrows, your upper back. Breathe into that and breathe through it. Let it go on through and breathe, exhale into the earth. And then breathe back up from the earth directly into that place again. Hold it there for just a brief moment and exhale out above through your crown. One more time, breathe in from above, in through your crown, letting that breath go to that place that's feeling that tight sensation, that hot sensation, and turn it around and breathe out, exhaling into the earth, letting the breath go around the earth, breathing back up through your feet, coming back up to that spot that's feeling tight, tense, hot, achy, letting the breath spin there for just a brief moment and exhaling back up through the crown, back out into the cosmos. You can keep doing that a few times if you'd like. Now, after we've cleared some things, as I said earlier, we're going to fill in now. You can continue that breath if you like. It's a wonderful breath. Each time you breathe in from above and exhale into the earth, make sure that you then exhale from the earth, or inhale from the earth and exhale out through your crown again. Do a full cycle. Don't stop half cycle. Make sure you always do the full cycle. And again, you can repeat after me if you like, or you can simply listen. What will it take to create abundance with ease? What will it take to have more than enough? What will it take to feel safe to have more than enough? What will it take to be safe to expand in wealth and success? What will it take to get paid generously for simply being you? Or you might say it this way: what will it take for me to be paid generously just to be me? What will it take to blow up every limit ever placed on abundance? What will it take for me to blow up every limit I've ever placed on abundance? Because you'll say it in personal pronouns and in present tense. What will it take to blow up every limit I've ever placed on abundance? What will it take to infuse love and receiving into every task? What will it take to infuse love and receiving into every task? What will it take to hold a frequency of joy and wealth at the same time? What will it take to simultaneously hold a frequency of joy and wealth? What will it take to live in the energy of calling in abundance with grace and softness all at the same time and all of the time? What will it take to live in the energy of calling in abundance with grace and softness every day? What will it take to live in the energy of believing in a wave of money coming in unexpectedly, joyfully, and freely? What will it take to live in the energy of believing and of knowing that a wave of money is coming in at all times? Everything in the way of any of these and all of these. Delete, destory, clear and transmute across all time, reality, dimensions, and space. Now back to the quick check-in. Take a deep breath and open your eyes when you're ready. Once you get the light coming through you and you expand it, you can open your eyes at any time to jot down things if you need to. You just want to be able to close your eyes and go back to that. After a couple of times, you can actually listen to this without sitting with your eyes closed. You can be walking around and still listen to it and still be bringing things in, bringing in the joy. So right now, I ask you to do the quick self check-in again. Your number should be a little higher. So on a scale of 1 to 10, with again, 1 being not at all and 10 being, oh yes, that's me, absolutely. How true are the following statements for you right now? And again, just take the first number that comes to your mind. There are no right answers, there are no wrong answers. Just notice what's true for you right now. I know that I'm completely worthy of wealth and abundance. I know that I am completely worthy of wealth and abundance. I allow money to flow to me with ease and clarity. I allow money to flow to me with ease and clarity. I feel safe to receive more than I need. I feel safe to receive more than I need. My relationship with money is loving, grounded, and expanding. My relationship with money is loving, grounded, and expanding. And last but not least, I believe my desires are valid and I no longer feel guilty for wanting more. I believe my desires are valid and I no longer feel guilty for wanting more. Again, after you've answered those questions, take another deep breath. Drink a glass of water or take a sip. And I invite you to let your system integrate over the next day. If emotions rise up, let them. You don't need to name them. It's okay, because that's all movement. It is not regression, it's simply movement. If you feel the emotions rise up, something's changing, something's shifting. You might feel tired after listening to this. You might feel lighter. You might feel tearful. You might feel grounded. You might feel nothing at all. It's all okay. Just trust the process. It's working. And then whenever doubt starts to creep in, come back to your new truth, your what ifs, your what will it take. And always remember, you do not need to fight for what you already deserve. It's yours. You were born to have all your needs met. You were born to have more than you need. You were born to be abundant in every way. You may have come here with a path to make it more difficult so that you could learn, but your birthright is to be abundant. Now, I do invite you, if you are not a member of my free Facebook group, Healthy Minds, Wealthy Lives, Unlocking the Secrets to Infinite Abundance, there's a QR code on your screen right now. Feel free to scan that and come join the group. It's free. It's a group of like minded individuals. 99.9% of them are women. Come join us. Yeah. Tips and tricks on how to bring more wealth and more abundance into your life. It's nice and simple and fun. Go ahead and scan that. Also, if you don't have my book, Get Rich on Any Salary, it's available on Amazon, and this QR code will take you directly to Amazon here in the US. If you are in another country, you will need to, put in Amazon.uk or AU or whatever it may be. But you can scan that and grab the book. The book is filled with simple exercises. At the end of every chapter, there's a quick chapter summary and an exercise to do. So it will shift you. And there are some free little freebies throughout the book too that you can go to and get. So I hope you'll give those a try. The book and the Facebook group, if you're not a member already, please come join us. We would love to have you and celebrate with you as you start clearing all of your money issues. Now, I'm going to do one of these free meditations every month through this year. So I did one in March. If you didn't get that one, reach out to me and I will send you a copy. And I will send this out via email. I will also post it in a couple of different groups. If you're not receiving my emails, but you know you signed up, please check your spam folder. There's been a little glitch in the last month. So make sure that you check your spam or junk folder and see what's there. I've had several people suddenly find, whenever they checked, found a whole bunch of emails from me, a whole bunch. So please do that. And I hope to see you next month as we clear. Actually, we're going to take that statement, you don't need to fight for what you already deserve. And that's what we're going to clear. We're going to clear all those ways that you feel like you have to fight for what you want. We're going to clear that next time. And again, if you wish to go back through this one, feel free to go back through it again and again and again. It's a wonderful way to start clearing more and more mixed messages because every time you listen to it, you will clear more. So that's it. And I hope you have an absolutely wonderful week and a wonderful month. And if I don't see you sooner, I'll see you next month on our next clearing. Bye.